Hello, happy Thursday. Hey, y'all. So I ran into an issue about 7 years into my business, and it was of a personal issue. My grandmother had passed away, and I literally froze in my business. I didn't know what was up, what was down, what was sideways. The matriarch who made it to her 100th year of life, yeah, was gone. And she was like our creative source. And I remember being like, I can't be around adults. So I'm going to become a preschool teacher. Yeah. So about 2 months in, anything I do extra. Y'all gonna see in this slideshow. But I didn't just become a preschool teacher. I became Miss Rachel meets the Magic School Bus. Do y'all remember the Magic School Bus? Okay. Yes. And meets Blue's Clues Steve. Okay. I became all those in one, and about 2 months in, my boss, she was like, "You're doing so great. We want to move you into a classroom by yourself as a substitute with," check this, 10 3-year-olds. 10. Okay, has anyone been around a 3-year-old before? Yeah. Okay, so 10 of those by myself. And the first day I go in there to substitute, everything's going good. The parents are dropping the kids off, a little bit of hesitancy. They see me in the hallways, but they're like, I don't know this lady. And so then I'm like, okay, great. It's going good. I'm putting the vibes on. I got the window open, and they told me to stop burning incense in their preschool. So I'd stop burning incense. So I bought my little room spray, smudge. Okay, smudge of kids. And then the door slams open. I mean, bah! This little boy runs in. He looks at me and commences screaming. I mean, full body, full voice, screaming at the top of his lungs. His father comes in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell him he has a substitute today." And I'm like, oh my God. The dad is like, "If you run into a problem, just call me, okay?" I was like, this is already a problem. He's messing up the vibe of the other kids, right? The other kids are alarmed. Either they're about to start crying with him because then they remember they missed their mom. And so I'm about to cry because I'm like, I don't even know what to do. This is my first day with this kind of issue. And I just go into recovery mode. Like, I had a moment in that classroom where I was like, oh yeah, this was me when I lost my grandmom. And now I just have to create a space for him to grieve the unknown of the day. So I cleared out the blocks. I was like, child, go over there. This child, go over there. Go over there. And I made a little sanctuary for him. Okay. And then I turn on this song. It's called "It's Okay to Cry" by Yinka Bernie. And the lyrics are just like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel lost sometimes. Take a deep breath in. And he was screaming legitimately for 10 minutes. But when that song played the fourth time, don't y'all know, he stopped crying. He started listening to the songs. The room got calm again. The kids were all playing around him. And then the fifth time or the sixth time the song played, he got up, he looked around, and he commenced to playing. Hey, y'all, my name is Regilynn Haywood, and I'm local to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I own a company called There She Glows, which is, yes, a skincare company, but it is also a lifestyle. And it is an all-inclusive company that involves skincare, self-care, and soul care, with the main purpose to remind you to connect to your body through somatics. It's a lot. I've been in the beauty industry for 20 years. And I know you're looking like, girl, you are 20. No. I'm older, but I'm an esthetician. That's why I look like this, okay? I'm a full-time auntie, part-time lover girl, highly sensitive person, cat mom, graduate of the Pennsylvania University, Penn State, and I studied psychology and integrative arts. So that all is in this brain, and we're gonna dive in today with my challenges. I'm gonna be talking to you today about the art of sustainability. And I created my own definition. Anytime I like to break something down, I wanna like define it so that we kind of are all on the same page tonight, because I do want to learn more from you all. Everybody sounds really intelligent in the room and like they have some really good feedback. Sustainability for me is building and operating a business in a way that supports long-term growth and success without compromising the personal health, resources, community, or environment. And I'm gonna break this down today into 3 different compartments: eco, social, personal / self. Okay. And I'm doing this through There She Glows. We can actually flip again. Somatic skincare. Just like Noah, sometimes, and I love that Ebony went first because, and then the question came up, okay, what other than a therapist are you gonna offer, right? Because sometimes, like, what if Noah would have came in and I would be like, Noah, let me, how do you feel? No, I couldn't. There was no words to say. I don't think y'all understand. There was no words to say. There was only action to be done. There was only vibes to be felt. There was only like, I only had a few seconds to make a split decision as how I can calm this person. And somatics, when my grandmother passed away and I froze, everything, my grief was in my body. I'm a dancer. I went to CASA right up the street. And I've always been this kind of like little fluid girly, like just very, if I can work, I can heal. If I can have movement behind it, it can make a difference. So when I went into the skincare industry and everybody was sitting down and worried about, the outer only, it rubbed me the wrong way being a psych major as well, because I understand that the skin is only the mirror into the soul. So when we add somatics to skincare, what we're doing is we're asking the person that's using the skincare to go deeper than just the skin. I do this through something called the Signature Glow Facial. And I do this inside of another business, which has been 20 years in standing here in the Harrisburg area. And then they've recently moved out to where Central Dauphin Technical School is in Fairmont Drive. It's called Legion Hair Studio. I went to them after I took the sabbatical in preschool, and it was important for me to enter into a community atmosphere. Just how Noah went from being singular to entering into a community space where he felt heard, seen. Y'all gave me that room, that space to be. Legion allows me to really spread my wings as an entrepreneur who took a sabbatical. And I do this through the Signature Glow Facial there and the coaching program. It's not just a facial, like I can't explain it 100%, but it's an experience. It has meditation in it. It has customizable steps in it. But one thing that it has for sure is the products that I developed as well with a chemist out in California. And it's 5 easy steps. That is the somatic skincare concert. When I talk about the marriage of all of these things, the music, the movement, the skincare products, the somatics, I've put together something that does all of that in one single method. And it's called the Somatic Skincare Concert. I'm on my 4th one. I've done successfully the 4th one. And the 5th one is now in planning as well, but it includes clean, conscious products. 5 steps, very easy, because when you're grieving, like, I don't know if you've ever been this slow, you don't gotta raise your hand, but were you like just getting up and washing your face was daunting, like a daunting task, or like washing your body was a daunting task. When you're grieving, you sometimes need someone to tell you what to do with your skin. So this is what I've developed. It has music, and the music is made by me. I'm a weird child, okay? I'm a weird child. The music is made by me. The products developed in a lab with a chemist that I sought out. And then also the facial comes in there into play. You don't have to have the facial to have the products. You don't have to have the products to have the facial. It's a lifestyle. And then here is just my question. Like, does creation yield creation that which sustains? I have some quotes up there that just stood out to me. And actually I have this is typical Harrisburg. If you're from the Burg, you understand. I got an EP dropping. It's called Here.mp3. And essentially it's the meditation before you do the meditation. Again, I was on a ship, a cruise. I got stories for days. 14 days by myself, because after my grandmother died, I just was like, I need to get the heck out of here. It was in the middle of COVID. And that's what you see right there, me on the beach. I wrote this song, and it just basically reminds you that you can be anywhere in the world, but here and in the moment is where you're actually supposed to be.
Just a question, this somatic concert, is that the Legion, and how many people can be there? Have you thought of arranging it as like birthday party, girls' night out, those types of things, that where you can market it that way, where you can get 10 girlfriends in to have this experience together, and how that kind of would go? So I'm just trying to get more clarification exactly how it works.
Yes. So right now, we were kind of doing the preliminary testing. First was my family and friends, because I actually have stage fright, and singing in front of people and playing the piano was a concern, a real challenge for me, even though I've been an artist my whole life. So first one was friends and family. Second one was my clientele, all throughout Harrisburg. About 16 to 22 people can attend. And then the salon was like, all right, like, you're ready now. Like, let's pump it to our clientele and to our VIP members. And so this fourth one, that's when we are at full capacity, and the staff of the actual salon was involved. They have estheticians on staff as well that help, that use the products, that use my methods, and actually do my facials as well. So they were very knowledgeable to the guests while I was actually performing. And we have thought, so that I say all that to say, it's fairly new. And I love the idea of marketing to women, birthday parties, or, families getting together, wanting to experience something else. We have the rise of like sober events even. Like, this is a sober event, and I think having more of those options for people is cool too.
How long is the...
So the actual methods and the skincare meditation is only 7 minutes, but the experience of this live is 2 hours.
Something that you said really, really, it touched me with your grandmother passing and how you froze. And when you're in entrepreneurship, you just don't know what to expect, how you're going to feel, how you're going to get through things. And I don't know if this is your first entrepreneurship journey with There She Goes. Okay. So I've experienced something similar with my grandmother passing, and I have a grandchild who has health ailments, and we've had a couple of scares. And you don't know how you're going to feel or how you're going to react when those things happen. And when you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, you have to constantly be on. Your face just has to be on. So to be able to take that experience and say, okay, where do we go from here? I feel like as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we all deserve sabbaticals. That's number one.
Speak on it. Speak on it. We're 2024. The most CEOs have stepped down. It's been over 50%. Like, it's been high. CEOs step down, sabbaticals, time to just be. Yeah.
Yes, because again, you're always constantly on. And I learned this from Mike Todd. every year he takes 4 months, and he sets everything up, for that year so that when he's stepping down for a minute, everything else can still go forward. So I really like that concept of, if, I want to take a sabbatical each year for myself, for my family, what have you, make sure everything is set up and lined up so that when I take that moment, I can have my moment. Because I feel like if you don't have that balance, you're just, you end up breaking and crashing at the end of the day. We don't realize that, but that's really what happens. So I wanted to encourage that, to make that like a yearly thing, to take a sabbatical, and just make sure, because that's what I'm doing, to make sure everything is all set up so that when I step down, everything can still run smoothly. Take that break, take that moment. We're allowed to feel, we're allowed to go through things, and people don't know what you're going through or what they're, until it actually happens to them, So I commend you for that. And also I believe it's an opportunity to rebrand yourself. Come on, girl, look what you just came up with. Just from, we take a sad situation, a tragic situation, and we turn that thing around. That's what we wonderful people do. So everything happens for a reason. Even you freezing was for a reason, so I just wanted to encourage you, just to say that and to commend you for that. And I think that's it.
I just wanted to ask, what are some of your challenges or needs at this point? How can we help?
Right now, I would say I really am in a need for community. Like, I'm re-entering, like you said, I'm very pubescent. I'm very new. Even though I've been in business technically for 9 years, I still feel like I'm new out here. Like, I have so many facets to my business that each introduction is a new being. I'm not releasing any more products. I promise y'all, the 5 products is it. But in addition to the products, I have a facial, a concert, and products. So it's like 3 different entities that I'm trying to make the public aware about. So any resources to connect, to have parties, to come into businesses. And I've been to Pursuit. I've actually done a meditation class in Pursuit. This was before I did the skincare development with it, but even getting something together for your staff, your team. I think that this can be something that involves other local artists too, because I've already done that. I've had Alana Richards, who's been featured on HBO series, and she was one of the artists that came through and performed her original work, which is not always, we don't always get that opportunity to do it in a space that's not, no disrespect, but like an HMAC vibe. Like, we as artists that like that one-on-one type of vibe, we do love a good little tiny desk concert. So it's giving that type of energy, but with the audience involvement. So just places, people that want to do it, people that want to see it done and invest in it.
Well, you have my wheels turning, and now I'm thinking about programs for women that I deal with, and we can partner, of course, but have the stress relieving piece, and then also make them feel beautiful, and talk to them about the importance of maintaining their skincare, their mental health, and things like that. So thank you for this presentation. Like, I was thinking of, no problem. I was, into the presentation, of course, but never in my mind until you started talking about the other things that you provide as well, how that can affect like the clients that I work with too. So we'll be in touch with each other.
And so the skincare line is for men and women?
Yes.
Okay.
It's called There She Glows, in paying homage to the women in my life, like just a long lineage of wonderful ladies. So I wanted to pay homage to them, but both men and women. Actually, what happens is my women clients will buy it and then it goes missing. And they're like, my husband took my skincare. My boyfriend took my skincare. I said, well, you're going to have to tell him give you about $22 to come get some new toner. And they do, but it turns into the whole family uses the line. So it's for every skin type. And you said, have you gotten a facial by me before? Not yet, okay. Usually there's somebody in here that's gotten a facial by me. I've been around for a long time. So it's just a matter of me crafting a skincare line that's for everybody. I've touched over 1,000 faces in this community, and just really honing in and really like making a skincare line that actually works is my pride and joy. So everybody can use it.
I was going to ask about sort of your vision for the future of the business and kind of, where it goes beyond. I think you said the salon's name is Legion, where you're doing the concert aspect, like sort of which of the three lines, knowing the skincare products themselves, the facial, I guess, and the methodology that goes with that, and then maybe the most tricky one to possibly scale up would be like the musical aspect of it. Like, do you sell online through e-commerce, or are you thinking about, how can I expand beyond the region here, or is that kind of not on your radar right now, or what's your vision for like the next iteration kind of beyond here?
It's definitely on my radar. I'm glad Dave came tonight. Shout out to you, Dave, because IT is like a big part. I'm realizing how every company has IT. My exit strategy, honestly, y'all, is to sell, and I do have that in place. I've been talking, my lawyer's in here actually as well, Monica. I'm connected with y'all. So Monica's in here, and I have my business trademark. So I've had my business trademark since 2020. When COVID hit, I said, oh no, let's get serious. So I got my business trademarks here, and when that certificate came in, that's when I really ramped up online sales. So I do have an online sales platform. On my link pop thing, you're gonna see one product. Because I don't have IT set up, you understand how crazy the interface is and the back end is for shipping nationwide when you're a small business. I don't want to use Amazon. I don't want to use UPS. So my scaling really has been making refilleries in the local area. So Legion is one refillery model that I've been testing out. I've also been in contact with stores that are more holistic and natural to have maybe just one or two of my big bulk wholesale items that they can have for their clientele to bring in their own glass bottles, fill them, and pay by the ounce, which I just went to Plant Family and did with my herbs today. So I see it being done. I don't see it being done in the skincare space locally here quite yet, but I visited some, and that's my scaling opportunity there. The music is really just my creative outlet, so I can keep going. And then the somatic skincare concerts, don't freak out, y'all, but I definitely see like a whole stadium of people. I know. I see a whole stadium like one day of people doing skincare and like jamming out.
That was, you're a very inspiring individual, first of all. I think you have an excellent story. Your name of your company is really cool. I'm one of the demographics I think you referred to. I ran a company for 10 years and resigned this year. It's a lifestyle. And true to what you said, a month ago, after 10 years, I decided, having a year leave on the books and thinking about the entrepreneurship lifestyle, it's omnipresent. It's suffocating at times, and it's challenging. But it's not really a choice. It chooses you. And you're here to inspire the rest of us. So sometimes when it's tough, you need people to inspire you to get back on, and vice versa. So when you say you need help or reaching out, part of that is self-serving, because we all do. But the other part is you're a servant to the rest of us, the other entrepreneurs who are here and dedicating their precious time and hearing your story, both your stories, which are very impressive indeed. So as far as, looking at what you're doing, the only recommendation I would perhaps have, if there's feedback is appropriate, is to narrow down and think about, what are you really selling? Is it a beauty product? Is it confidence to people who need confidence at a time? What are you really in the business of? And that's the story of you that exudes out, and that's the brand that's being built upon you. And people will buy your product, maybe not because it's the best product, and I'm not saying it's not, but because you're the best ambassador, you're the best saleswoman this company will ever have. And by evangelizing and going out and spreading the word is how you build a company. It's just hustle. So I thought I'd take about a year off myself, and here I am a month out of not being an entrepreneur, and I'm already thinking about, I think I got to do something again. So it's just one of those things. Again, it's a lifestyle. So it's hard to describe to people. Either you're a 0 to 1 person, and You know, we all watch Survivor, we see on TV. It's easy to start a fire on a beach, rub two sticks together. Well, an entrepreneur is on that beach, naked in the rain with two wet sticks, and they still start a fire. That's the spark of impossibility that it takes. And both the stories I heard tonight were very, very inspiring, truly, and I appreciate that, you sharing. Thank you.